Hello everyone, this is Jay Chandran. So today we'll be performing the digital lab experiments with a presentation explaining the topics and a simulation followed by it. So this is a recording of the first experiment, which is the study of logic gates. The aim of our experiment here is to study about logic gates and verify their truth tables. To start with, we have the AND gate. So the AND gates performs a logical multiplication function, which is also commonly called as the AND function. So here, from the truth table, we could see that when both the inputs are high, the product, I mean the output A dot B is high. So that's the only case where the output is high. Apart from that, the output is low when even one of the input is low. So now let's take a look at the simulation. So here, as we could see, as both the inputs are low, the output is also low. Now when I turn on any one of the input also, there is no change in the output. So when both the inputs are turned on, we could see that the output is enabled. So that's a simulation of the AND gate. Let's move on to NAND gate. So NAND gate is nothing but the complement of the AND gate, or we can say that as the contraction of AND and NOT. So here, contradicting to how the AND gate performed, the output is high when both the inputs are low and any one of the input is low. And similarly, when both the inputs are high, the output is always low. So let's take a look at the simulation. So here, as we could see, right from the simulation next to each other, that is, we have the AND gate towards the left and the NAND gate towards the right. We could see clearly that it's a contradiction of or the complement of the AND gate. Here, when both the inputs are turned off, we could see that the output is enabled. So here we have the truth table for a 2-input NAND gate and a 3-input NAND gate. Here we are using a 2-input NAND gate. So as you could see, when both the inputs are disabled, the output is 1. That is, the A dot B complement is 1. So the only case when the output is disabled is when both the inputs are turned on, which is the exact complement of what happens in AND gate. Here, when both the inputs are on, the output is high, or the output is also 1. Here in AND gate, when both the inputs are turned on, our output is low, or it's 0. So next, let's move on to the OR gate. So the OR gates perform the logical addition function, which is also called as the OR function. Right from the truth table, we could see that the output is turned to 0, or it is low only when both the inputs are low. When either of the input is high, the output is always gonna be high. So let's take a look at the simulation. Here, as we could see, when this is the OR gate. So when both the input is 0, we have the output also as 0. Now when I turn on any one of the input, either this or both the inputs, we could see that the output is gonna be 1. So that's the simulation of OR gate. uh, Similarly, we have the NOR gate, which is the complement of the OR gate, which can also be called as a contraction of OR NOT gates. So here, right from the truth table, we could see that the output is disabled only when both the inputs are enabled. That is, when both the inputs have the value 1, 1 and 1, the output is disabled. A plus B complement is 0 only when both the inputs are 1 and 1. Apart from that, apart from that, all the cases, the output is always gonna be 1. So as we could see here, when both the inputs are turned off, the output is enabled. So the only way to disable the output is by putting both the outputs on. So in that way, the complement of A plus B is gonna be 0, and the output is gonna get turned off. So next we have the NOT gate. So NOT gate is nothing but it is called as the inverter gate. So whichever input you give, the complement of that is given as the output. So if the switch is turned on, the output is gonna be off, and when it is turned off, it's gonna be on. So let's take a look at the simulation. So as we could see here, this is an OR gate. So the input is turned off, and we could see the bulb glowing right away. And when I turn on the switch, we could see that the output got disabled. So that's the simulation of the NOT gate. And so finally we have the XOR gate. So in an XOR gate, the output is gonna be high when any one of the input is high, and the output will be low when both the inputs are low and both the inputs are high. So let's take a look at the simulation. So from the truth table, we could see that when both the inputs are disabled, the output is disabled, or the output is 0. So when I turn on any one of the input, we could see the light to be glowing or the output to be 1. So when I turn on this input, the output seems to be 1. But when I turn on both the inputs, the output becomes 0 or the output gets disabled. So that's how an XOR gate functions. Thank you.